My first winter I drove up my old GS up to the Arctic Ocean in February. It was a really nice experience, I had a lot of fun, but there was of course also some struggles, especially when it was snowing a lot and when I was falling off the bike. It was a bit of a hustle to get the bike up again on icy roads or in deep snow. The second winter I stick to the middle part of Scandinavia, and there was a lot of snow that winter, but I enjoyed a lot, and there was many beautiful roads and nice tent spots, but yeah, the concern of dropping it was always there. I think the bike itself maybe was a little bit too big for those type of adventures. For the third winter I got the opportunity to test drive the Himalayan 450, and I once again drove up to the Arctic. I drove in the mountains, I drove on frozen lakes, in valleys, and enjoyed a lot of nice tent nights and days on the roads. I felt very satisfied. And now it's soon time for the fourth winter, and I would love to go out and drive motorcycle once again. Boom! Welcome back to a new season on Frozen Bike Ride. I'm here at my mother's place where I storaged most of my winter gear, and my plan is to go through it. I just came back from my dad's place sewing this extender for the boot. If you remember from last year, I had some problem fold it or zip it because my down pants are so thick. So I have been thinking about making an extender like this, and I think it looks very good. I'm very satisfied with the result, and hopefully this will make my life much easier in the future. And talking about the future, it's October here at the moment, so the winter is approaching, and I would love to do something for next season as well, of course. It's a lot of fun to drive in the winter, and a lot of fun to do this channel as well. The problem at the moment is that I don't have any bike yet, or I have my old GS, but nothing that suits this type of adventure. Last year I had the opportunity to borrow the Himalayan 450 Royal Enfield from Norrvalla to try it out in the winter, and that was such a good bike. A lot of people have been asking me what I think about the bike, and it was so good. It worked perfect for me and it was perfect for this type of adventure. But yeah, at the moment I don't know what will happen in the future, so we see. Hopefully when you watch this I have a little bit more insight to the next season. Hopefully could do something similar this year, I don't know yet. But I took a look at my GS last week at my dad's place. I haven't used it since Iceland, and gave it some love, changed oil and cleaned it up a little bit. Also found my old stud tires. There is still some life in them, so maybe I can prepare it and have it ready for some smaller weekend trips down in South Sweden, if there will arrive any snow. You never know in South Sweden, but I make it ready at least, and then we see the coming month or weeks if anything will open up. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go through my old equipment, see if I want to do any changes or fixes, or if I'm going to replace anything. I learn a little bit from every season. That's a lot of fun. There is always room for improvement. So that's what I will do now to make sure everything is in perfect condition. And I will take my GS to inspection. It needs to go through inspection, and then I make that bike a little bit ready at least, and then we see what happens in the coming weeks. But welcome back, and let's go, I guess. One thing I think I will add to this year's equipment is a thinner but wider sleeping pad. That will help me prevent the sleeping bag touching ground when I'm sleeping outdoor, if you saw that last year. And also gives me some extra room to dress and to take on and off the shoes. And that will be convenient. And sleeping inside the tent, it will help me to make the floor less slippery. So I think this will be a good add-on. It's a bit big, but I think I can fold it, and I think there is room for it in the luggage. Time to acclimatize, but my friend is joining me, so it feels good to have some company at least. Okay guys, it's 4 days until December, so the winter is very soon here. And today's plan is to go and pick up some freeze-dried food in Hör, in the middle of Skåne. It's really nice to have freeze-dried food during winter, or it's always nice, but especially during winter, since you have so short days, you don't want to waste time in the middle of the day to prepare lunch. So freeze-dried food is very neat to prepare. It just takes 10 minutes and then it's done. So that's the plan today. I'm gonna drive bike there, so I'm my dad's place at the moment, and it's only 2 degrees and a bit windy, so it's a bit cold, a lot of moisture in the air, but I might have a trick to solve that. More about that very soon. First time to change some clothes. Okay, so one thing that's also new for this year is a heated vest. I know I have been a bit against electric clothes before, but that's mainly because when I'm out on an expedition, it's pretty hard to charge it, and you need to charge your batteries every now and then when you have electric clothes. But since this will also heat me when it's turned off, since it's a vest, I think it will be a good thing to try out and to bring with me. This is from Ride Iron. It has a pocket here on the inside where you put your power bank, and then it provides heat to the front and to the back. And together with that, Ride Iron is also producing a knee protector and a knee heater. So you wrap this around your leg and you put the protector inside the pocket, and also it has a pocket for an external battery. And since I'm already using a knee protector, I think this will be a good supplement as well. And when I have battery, I can turn it on and toast my legs a little bit. And when I don't have, it still provides protection for my knee. So that's really good. Also, I'm gonna try out this today. Heated gloves, also from Ride Iron. I don't know if I can use this on the winter trip, but during spring and autumn in Sweden, I think it will be very nice to have. My fingers are very sensitive, but maybe for a super cold temperature, I need something thicker. But I will try it out today at least, see how it works. It will be interesting. Time to jump on the bike and to grab some food. Oh, my ABS is turned off. I think there is too little juice in the bike battery. I haven't charged it for a while. It has been some cold nights. I will just let it blink. And yeah, my knees are very toasty, at least. Too toasty at the moment. We see how it feels when we have some higher speed, faster speed. I turned off some heat. There is 3 or 4 different settings of heat. So I turned them down on the knees, because at the moment they are just burning, which is good, I guess, but too much at the moment. Clothes is so warm. But yeah, it's a bit different. 4 plus or minus 30. My nose is a bit exposed. But so far so good. Okay, time to hit the highway. There shouldn't be any ice on the road. There shouldn't isn't good enough, so take it slow in the corners. Since I have no studs in the tires at the moment. Almost there. I think it's here. Yeah. Outdoor. And I feel so toasty on my hands. Let's turn it off to save some battery. Okay, now I am at Gott Skott in Hör at Gott Skott's place and meeting up with Matthias. And if you remember from last year, I ate a lot of Gott Skott. They were kind of like a prototype back then. I was one of the first to try. And I was very impressed by it. I ate it for so many days in a row without getting tired of it. That's normally when you eat freeze-dried food for many days in a row, you get a bit tired of it. But I was very satisfied with those ones, so I really wanted to use it for this season as well. Last year I was eating egg and rice. It's more in it, of course, than just egg and rice, but for this year you have some new recipes as well.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. So we have this is like our staple dish called egg and rice. It's very basic, and the name, you know, we like to have, you'll understand it the more dishes we get, you'll understand. Like, we like the simplicity in the name, but it's more than just egg and rice. It's actually 3 eggs in one of these portions, so it's a very high protein dish.
Yep.
But yes, we are releasing a few new dishes. So we have one called mushroom and rice, svamp and ris, and a miso masala. The mushroom and rice is a risotto. With black garlic and peas, and of course some cheese, Parmesan cheese.
Very luxurious.
So that's a more luxurious take.
Yep.
And then we have a miso masala that we had our friend called Vaughn, who came over from California, who did this dish with us.
Yeah, so Vaughn I've met through winter trips. Me and Matthias have been doing a lot of winter trips back in the days.
Yes.
And you can buy it on the Swedish market at the moment, but you want to expand later,
yes.
So also people from other countries.
That's the plan.
Enjoy.
So we want to start with Sweden, of course. We're a very small production. It's just me and Carl who produces the food, and then we have help with another friend called Gabriel also, who's a chef. And then we want to expand at least to the Scandinavian market, and then more to a global basis too. But we're very small still, and we have a very small production at the moment, but that's our plan to grow. So it's been a ride. We've only had the company since 2024.
Yeah. So I feel very honored to be one of the first to try, and I'm very satisfied. So if you are a Swede, I would really recommend to try it out. And if you are from Scandinavia, soon everybody can try as well.
Yes.
And I will put the link in the description, and then we see if it hits the market globally later.
Yeah.
But
of course.
I really recommend. I will put some in my bags now, and I will enjoy a lot of lunches on my trip.
Very nice. Good. Gott Skott.
Gott Skott. It's raining a bit sketchy. It should not be slippery on the road. Turn on the heat. And then one press to get the temperature down a bit. Heat is turned on, maximum on the hands. That will not be any problem. Winter in South Sweden! You just gotta love it! Back again. Oh, I'm so wet now. I hate driving in rain. But who doesn't? But I kept warm on my hands, kept warm on my knees, my upper body. The gloves worked surprisingly good for this type of weather. I didn't freeze at all, but maybe they are a bit too thin for winter expeditions, since I need to keep my hands warm even when battery dies and I don't have the possibility to charge. But for a day like this, just perfect. So yeah, happy with it. And now I have food for the winter trip, so one step closer to adventure. Now I just wanna take a warm shower and dress with dry clothes. But yeah, one step closer. Happy times. Okay, some good and big news. I'm back at Norrvalla and back on the Himalayan 450 I used last year. Such a precious bike already. I have so many good memories sitting on this bike. And yeah, we're gonna continue to do some collaboration for the next season, beginning at least, and then we see what happens. And yeah, test drive it a bit more in the winter. And I'm gonna attach the stud tires on the back on the bike very soon, and then we put them on up at Hans' place later on. So I will be driving up to Hans. You will see that in next episode. So I hope you want to come along then. And until then, take care, drive safe, and yeah, bye.